from the jump, we just kind of were flat. They obviously came out with more injury than us. They wanted it more, and they played harder than us, and can't do that against a good team.
Took a couple hits today. How are you feeling right now?
I feel all right, feel good, ready to go.
Left, that's him in motion. And his name is Murray is knocked down.
Want to go ahead and hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and you guys could help me do that by clicking that subscribe button and also making sure that you hit that little notification bell. 1,000 subscribers is the goal by the end of the year. Let's see if we can go ahead and hit it together. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go and jump into the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. Now we're gonna talk about the Arizona Cardinals and what exactly is going on with them, or lack of knowledge of them, don't even know what's happening with themselves. So right now we're sitting the day after the total domination beatdown between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. And the Arizona Cardinals looked really bad coming off the bye week. Kyler Murray basically coming off his worst performance in his whole rookie year. Now that's actually saying a good amount. So, having Kyler Murray having this bad of a game this far into the season, it's actually saying a lot. So I don't want to go ahead and say, Kyler Murray's not the answer. That's not what this video is about. It's pretty much trying to find the answer as to what is actually going on with the Arizona Cardinals. The Kyler Murray ended up with 19 of 34, 163 yards with 1 rushing touchdown and 1 interception as well. So what I saw throughout the entire game was I think I have the answer as to what is going on with the Arizona Cardinals here, and this is what it is. I'm showing a lack of hunger in these players, a lack of wanting to play the game, and just overall want to brawl. Some couple different clips that I actually took. Now keep in mind, I actually saw the highlight film for the this game here, and I did not really see very much highlights for the Arizona Cardinals. It was all pretty much favored to the Los Angeles Rams. As we all know, it was a beatdown yesterday. But this is one of the examples that I was trying to say here, where Patrick Peterson, our best player, and I am doing this, and I'm sorry, I don't want to be disrespectful or anything like that, but if our best player is not getting the job done, that's actually saying a lot from the whole defense. It's setting a really, really bad tone, and this is one of the clips I wanted to go ahead and show you guys.
And he has his 11th. Crossing the field with Goff leading to block. Well, he got in the way, and Woods goes at the sideline. What a play by Robert Woods. Baker and Thompson may have saved him from going all the way.
But here's a guy I want you to keep your eye on. Jared Goff, the quarterback. This is a quick screen out to the left. Defended well by the Cardinals, but great athleticism by Robert Woods. But look who the lead blocker becomes. Nice job on Patrick Peterson. That creates the lane to get to the side.
On 2nd and 4, fake Goff throws to Woods, who's got a blocker 2 in front, and Robert Woods crosses midfield inside the 4.
So as you can tell right there, that Patrick Peterson, kind of gets blocked. He gets blocked by Jared Goff, which, springs Robert Woods to take get that big gain. What I want to see from Patrick Peterson is I want him to lay the smack down on Jared Goff, knock him down, knock him on his butt, and actually try to get that the guy with the ball, try to get Robert Woods. And unfortunately that just didn't happen. It just seemed like he kind of gave up on the play. As you can tell, he kind of also was not following him very much. He kind of just had a little jogging pace once he realized he was blocked, and he was pretty much out there. He just kept jogging. So that was one thing that I definitely noticed, and our lack of inability to stop any flat plays. Like, somehow our defense forgets that there's a running back there blocking, but he can come out to catch the ball, which happens a lot more times than not, where either the running back comes out here in the flat where everybody's paying man to man, so everybody's kind of up there following their man, and somebody comes up here and he gets a 10 to 15 yard gain, easy gain, because there's nobody out there accounting the fact that there's a running back there, and they just pretty much just forget. and our inability to block any sort of screenplay, whether it's a wide receiver screen, a halfback screen. It's bad. It looks really, really bad, and we can't do any screens to save our lives, and I feel like we see at least 3 or 4 screens throughout the games that we have here, and they're just a total loss of down. But those are one of the main things I have seen from the Arizona Cardinals, just the lack of fight, the lack of aggressiveness in the game of football that you need to go ahead and play here. So it brought to my attention here that without naming, Budda Baker, Hakeem Hicks, Chandler Jones, and Byron Murphy, being his rookie year, who else are you really excited about on this defense? It's really kind of hard to pinpoint at this point. Nobody on the defensive line besides Chandler Jones is kind of really getting me like, oh yeah, we have great this or we have great that. Those 4 players are the only players that I can see right now that we have any chance of moving for the future from here on out. Anybody else that we have there is more depth to me, and it actually shows really, really much that every team in the NFL that we have played so far has had career games as far as being a tight end and just throwing the most that they possibly can on us and getting so many different yards, and it's actually showing a lot. Now, it's not just the defense going on, it's the offense as well, the wide receivers. The only really fight I see is Kyler Murray sometimes doing a little too much and trying to, do too much. He runs around, kind of gets some open seams, but he's got to realize sometimes he's not the fastest person out there, and he's got to throw that ball away. But there's also the fact that the wide receivers need to get open. They need to get open. Now, we don't have the luxury to take a look at the film like the coaches get. They get multiple different camera views so they can see exactly what's going on. But what I'm seeing so far, unless Kyler Murray is not making the right reads, wide receivers need to get more physical. They need to be able to get off their guy that's on them and get more physical and get available for Kyler Murray to make the throw too. So it's just not the defense. It's a lot of on the offense as well. I'm really excited for the future, at least for the offensive side. I hope Larry Fitzgerald gives us one more year, but with this year happening, I don't really know exactly what's going to go on, but I'm really happy about Chase Edmonds. We didn't really see him at all this coming game, head scratcher. And then Kenyon Drake, I hope they can go ahead and re-sign him because he had some plays out there that he fights for everything he can possibly get, and that's what I like in a running back or any sort of offense that we have currently right now. What we can do to fix the Arizona Cardinals, we need hungrier players on the field. It's blatant and obvious with those 2 clips that I showed. There's just not enough athleticism. There's not enough hunger in this team. The culture is completely shot. Our best player gets blocked by their quarterback, which is not really athletic in my opinion, but he could throw a really nice ball when he has time in the pocket. But it's really, really obvious that this team has lacked fight, hunger, and the willing to want to win any sort of game, because if it's not the offense, it's the defense. If it's not the defense, it's the offense. And there's just no fight. One thing that was really pointed out to me is Kyler Murray's lack of leadership. I made a very brief talk about this on my live stream that we went ahead and did, but I do think this is something that we should talk about, and I want to hear everybody's opinion on this, because that is something that, being in a quarterback position, you need to have tough skin. You need to have something where if things are not going your way, you need to be the most positive person out there. You need to make sure that everybody on your side of the ball, even on the defense side of the ball, says, hey, I got this. Let this ball in my hands. We can go ahead and win this game. And that's something that Kyler Murray, I have yet to see happen whenever things do not go well. Whenever they show Kyler Murray on the sideline, I never see him with anybody other than coaches looking at the tablet, trying to see exactly what he's doing. Yeah, he is doing his job, but I feel like he's missing the camaraderie with the other players because he is so overwhelmed with saying he knows the offense 100%, which I'm not doubting he's not knowing the offense 100%. I'm doubting the fact that he's getting involved with the other players, building that relationship, building that trust with them. And bottom line, if you do not have trust with any of your players, what are they really fighting for? Why are they really protecting you? Why is the wide receivers trying to do something here when they know you're not going to get the ball out? They need to have trust within that organization, guys, and I feel like so far I've not seen that from Kyler Murray. I do want him to take a look to see what Russell Wilson does in the Seahawks. Now, I do not like the Seahawks, but I do respect Russell Wilson's game. I like the fact that whenever he gets punched in the nose, beat, thrown to the ground plenty of times, he does not let that faze him. He pretty much gets everybody going and saying, hey, we got this. Regardless if they don't want to hear it, he says it. And that's what I want Kyler Murray to do. I want him to go up to the offensive line and say, hey, man, that was on me. I should have thrown the ball there. Or, hey, don't worry about it. We'll get it next time. Go to the wide receivers and say, hey, instead of doing this, maybe do this. Get some timing down. Just speak to them as if they're humans. At the bottom line, this is a job. And if you guys want to get better, you need to get better within and get a relationship amongst each other, guys. So that's just something that I wanted to go ahead and talk about. I wanted you guys, in your opinion, and what you guys think Kyler Murray has. I mean, of course, I'm not with him 124/7 and all that, all that different jazz, but I have realized whenever they do show him on the sidelines, he's really, really upset. He has his emotions on his sleeve, which is really hard not to do. I mean, we're all human. I'm pretty much like that too. But if you are in a role like the quarterback position, you need to find a way to get all those emotions, put them under there, and think positively and say, hey, we got this game, guys. But that's what I got for this episode, guys. Let me know what you guys think of Kyler Murray and his leadership, and if you do think that bottom line is we don't have the right amount of players on the field, let me know that as well, guys. That's all I have for this episode, guys. Thank you so very much. I'm out. Thank you.